have, oh, shoot. I'm Vanessa with Community Natural Foods, and I'm going to be showing you a kind of quick and easy almond sponge for the keto diet. This is something that you can use as a basic cake for celebrations and things like that. So we'll get started on that. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our egg yolks. They're going to be free-range eggs from Field Day, and then we also have a sugar alternative, which is Swerve. So we're going to add that. You're going to whisk these together to a ribbon stage. Ribbon stage is when your yolks have been emulsified and they're going to come up and to be light and fluffy. And when you pull the whisk out, you'll be able to see that a ribbon is forming in the base. So you can see that the egg yolks are whipping up, and they were trying to change color. So they're going to become more pale the more that you whip. I like to use Swerve because it has the same structure as regular sugar, and that way it doesn't affect the recipes too much. So you can see as you're whisking that there's lines being staying in there. So when I turn this off, just give it a few more seconds. And you can see that when you pull it up, it gives this ribbon form like that. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the egg whites and some more of the Swerve sugar. The egg whites are going to act as your leavener. So instead of using something like baking soda or baking powder, you're going to use the egg whites. So that's what's going to give the volume to your cake and the lightness to it. So you're going to whisk these until they're soft, medium peaks. All right, so when I was a pastry chef, whenever I get a new apprentice, we use a lot of machines for things. And so I would always have them whisk their egg whites and their whipped cream by hand, because you have more control over the peaks and what it looks like. Whereas with the machine, you set it and then you forget it, and then all of a sudden you have butter or your egg whites have split, and that way you have less waste. And so at first they didn't really like me that much, but they got stronger and it got better. That's for sure. So your forearm's gonna hurt. So you don't have to do this at home, but I just prefer to. All right. So that's good. You're going to see that. If it's a little bit stiffer than this, it's not the end of the world, but you don't want it too much more. It's going to just hold that kind of peak. That's a soft peak. All right, we'll set that aside. You're going to bring back your yolk mixture with your egg whites, or your egg yolks and the Swerve. So in here, you're going to grab your almond flour and you're going to fold in, and it's going to look really dry, but don't panic, because that's normal. But you're going to work really fast with this because you don't want to lose that leavening that's happening with those egg whites. So you're going to pour this together, fold it, and you're going to see that it's going to kind of get clumpy. And again, don't worry, it's all good. So when it gets to about this phase, this is where I'm going to add my whites. I'm going to give it a quick whisk up again, just to get that air in there. And you're just going to add this like in thirds, because if you overmix this, that's when your leavening goes bad. So you're going to whisk that, fold that in. Don't whisk it in, fold it, because you don't want to break up those air bubbles too much. Get it almost incorporated. And you're going to pour that in again. And you can see how it's kind of lightening up a little bit. And then you want to add the remaining whites. All right. And you can see how soft it's getting. It's really good. And when you get to this phase, you're going to take your melted butter. And I like to use grass-fed butter. It's really delicious and it has a little bit more fat content. So pour that in. Give that a scrape out. And then you fold that together. Ooh, just going to be in spilly pants over here. All right. You want to mix that just till it's emulsified, because again, you don't want to affect the air that you've created in those egg whites, because otherwise you're going to have a more dense cake. So that's all good to go, and you can kind of see that. This will wipe up. You're going to grab your greased pan, and then you just pour it in. Level it off, and then you're going to pop it in the oven and bake it at 325 for about 25 to 30 minutes before it's ready to go. And that's it. You can use a lot of different kinds of nuts with this. Traditionally, it's used with hazelnuts, and it comes from the Piedmont district in Italy. But I find that almonds are more neutral, so that you can have kind of a better ability to flavor it up differently if you want, and use it as cake. That's it. Thank you for watching our video. Click like if you liked it, subscribe to our channel, and hopefully we'll see you again on our next dessert with keto. Have a great day.